story progressing in this new update. Still have to wait for that. Instead, this update has several side stories, some new side stories in it. Focuses on Halloween, and then another one focuses on the past among certain characters and how they met. We're going to be doing one side story today, then we'll do another one in another video. This one is a Halloween themed side story. Cyrus and I forgot his name. This is old boy from there. We got Kanto and Silver. The morning sun starts to peek through the bar windows as I'm up earlier than usual again. Lately, I've been having trouble sleeping. I just can't shake this restless feeling some days. At times like these, I have to distract myself however I can. More often than not, that means working on CII, specifically my log. Vita advised me to make notes on everything I remember about the previous world. I might be one of the few currently alive from that era. It makes sense that I record my memories from that one. I often sit at the bar while Aaron works to try and jog my memory. He gets here pretty early to do inventory and clean up anything left behind. Weekday mornings are usually pretty slow. Meetings quiet until the late afternoon. Feels more like a cafe sometimes. Look at it there, I realize something. It's almost Halloween. You say anything, Cyrus? I'd be like, oops, sorry, thinking out loud. Never thought about it before. But do y'all celebrate Halloween? Halloween, I don't think I've heard of it. Is it a holiday? It is. It was celebrated worldwide. But I think how it was celebrated sometimes different depending on where you live. I try to remember the actual origins of Halloween. Like a lot of holidays at the time, it got pretty commercialized. Though before that, it had more religious origins. Everyone looked at me excitedly, forgetting he was cleaning some glasses. He could never resist a tale of the old world. Now, I'm not an expert by any means, so take what I say with a grain of salt. Supposedly on October 31st, the boundary between the living and the spirit world is at its thinnest. Spirits, demons, and monsters were said to cross over and walk among the living during that time. They wore costumes as a way to disguise their true forms, but honestly, I'm not too sure on the details. Well, it certainly sounds fantastical. I don't know if fantastical is the right word. Spirits walking around and pretending to be normal people sounds kind of unsettling. I remember an old friend of mine claimed he used to be able to see spirits when he was a kid. I never really believed him. Hopefully he didn't take it personally, but who knows? Maybe he turned into a ghost himself and roams the earth. He could be standing right beside me, watching me. Even after 300 years, I'm sure he's moved on by now. He believed that kind of thing. I'm not so sure. If I'm being honest, all this supernatural stuff might not be so crazy after all. What makes you say that? I've been having trouble sleeping. Oh, is everything okay? I've been experiencing strange stuff lately, stuff I can't really explain. Everyone raises an eyebrow. Tell me about it. It's nothing, really. It's stupid. If you're losing sleep, it's not nothing. Tell me what's going on. I lower my head and sigh, still at the counter below me. I thought my brain was just playing tricks on me or something, but it's been getting worse. Maybe I'm just going crazy, but do you ever hear voices, Aaron? My voice gets shaky and Aaron's eyes go wide. Hear what? Just voices. I can never make out what they're saying, but I hear them sometimes. They're always nearby, like from inside my closet or outside my room. I thought maybe others were just passing by, but the halls were always empty. Then one day, I was walking down the halls alone and started hearing the pitter patter of footsteps following me. When I turned around, there was no one there, but they are definitely there, and they keep coming back. Walking around. I kept walking, and I heard it again. Sometimes it feels like they're trying to keep up with me, but when I stop, they stop too. It's like it's taunting me. I like to think maybe Silver's just messing with you, but I wish it were only that. There are even nights where I am laying down in bed and it sounds like someone's whispering to me, but when I turn on the lights again no one's there. I can see the fur stand up on the back of his neck. I end up leaving the lights on because I'm too scared to fall back asleep otherwise. That's a little concerning, Cyrus. Ever since then, I've started seeing shadows out of the corner of my eyes too. It's gotten so bad, Aaron. The bar is the only place I feel like I can escape it all. Is that why you're here right now? I have no idea. You still told me. As long as he stares at me with those concerned eyes, the harder it becomes to keep myself together. And the grin creeps up on my face. You made that up, didn't you? Sorry. You're kidding. Everyone takes a deep breath. Come on, you really had me going there for a second. I think I sold it pretty well. Everyone leans over the counter and grumbles. Maybe a little too well. I don't even believe in ghosts. I should have known better. I bet you don't believe in them either, do you? Hey, I never said that. I like to believe they're real. Speaking of, you want to know something else? They say that 3 a.m. is the time when the spirits are most active. It's called the witching hour. Have you ever woken up randomly in the middle of the night? I do, often. You may have had contact with a spirit, or maybe they were trying to communicate with you. For what reason? Couldn't say. If you ever wake up and see something standing at the foot of your bed, you should be careful. It means the barrier between the living and the dead has broken. You'll never get rid of them after that. Everyone grumbles and folds his arms. I promise you, the only reason I wake up in the middle of the night is because I have to go to the bathroom. So, whatever helps you sleep at night. I feel like the idea of someone stalking me in my sleep is scarier than any ghost. You got a point. Ever heard stories of trespassers hiding in people's homes? The whole thing. I don't really like the sound of that. They hide during the day and then come out at night when everyone's asleep, raid their fridges, steal their belongings, everything. I can't imagine finding out one day that there's been someone living in my walls for who knows how long. Then you get what I mean. Then you get what I mean when I say that people are way scarier than anything else. True. Thank God surveillance cameras were invented, right? Evan passed a counter with his hand twice. Enough of that. Tell me more about how. Oh wait, let's see. 1 by 10. Back in my day, it was celebrated differently depending on how old you were. Kids would dress up in monster costumes, just like the spirits in the stories, and knock on people's doors to ask for candy. It was called trick or treating. Trick or treating? Yeah, when people opened their doors, you would have to shout, trick or treat. They give you candy that you would carry around in a sack with you. After a night of going door to door, you would end up with a pretty hefty sack of candy. So that's a treat. What if they give you a trick? What was considered a trick? I paused to scratch my chin. I don't think we thought about it that far. Then what's the point of asking for a trick? I'm not really sure. It was just a tradition. Oh, now that I think about it, some adults would try to scare us kids. Everyone chuckles noticing. That sounds kind of mean, doesn't it? Sure, but that was part of the fun, to try to get scared on Halloween. I remember one Halloween, I was with my mom, and I walked up to someone's house. There was a man dressed in a black cloak, holding a cauldron full of candy. I couldn't see his face, and he didn't say anything, but a sign next to him said to take a piece. I was like 5 years old, so I was scared out of my mind. Rightfully so. Alan smirks across his arms. I reached into the cauldron, grabbed the candy, and as soon as I thought I was safe, the man lunged forward and surprised me. I was like, trick or treat, kid. I remember the old man pretend to lunge at Edward as he flinches. Yeah, all this for something you can buy at the store. I have no idea how kids are so resilient sometimes. I smirk across my arms. Yeah, well, if it makes you feel better, I screamed and ran back to my mom. The whole thing just sounds like a mean prank. It was fun. Halloween is all about the spooky scary, after all. I never liked being scared as a kid, but as I got older, it seemed like people were more afraid of me than anything. He points to his eyes. I think I scared enough kids for one lifetime, you know? Oh, yeah, that's fair. That doesn't mean I didn't take advantage of it, though. And if you keep trying to mess with me, I might have to show you what real fear looks like. Ellen suits me in intimidating glare, unlike any expression I've seen him wear before. He's not wild, although I like how unique his eyes look. That glare sends a shiver down my spine. He leans over me, and I go. If I'm being 100% honest with myself, seeing Aaron like this is kind of hot. But I'm not going to tell him that. Or maybe I will. Glancing up at him, I give a nervous laugh. You can try, but I don't think that'll work with me. And why is that? Tigers always look cute when they're angry. What? Aaron's face changes completely from intimidating to bewildered. He blinks and looks away, and I can see him glancing at me from the corner of his eye. My face starts turning red. I won't lie, that's a fuss for me. What is? Even the toughest man gets scared by that look. You know how many people are scared off with that glare alone? More than a couple, I bet. Maybe you really are fearless, but being fearless and acting fearless are two very different things. It means nothing if you can't back it up. He leans forward on the counter with one elbow and shoots me a wink. When I was running around the streets, I didn't know fear. I was an unstoppable force, not to be messed with. His voice suddenly gets deeper. You should think twice before getting on my bad side, Cyrus. I can't help but laugh, and his face softens up because of it. You're about as scary as a stuffed animal. He chuckles and straightens up. Maybe not now, but you shouldn't underestimate me. Anyway, how do adults celebrate Halloween besides giving out candy? I lean back in my chair. It depends on the adult. Once you got older, most of us kind of grew out of it. It was just another day. But age didn't stop the Halloween enthusiasts. Even just decorating for the month of October could be fun. The Halloween aesthetic is kind of nostalgic. It gave us an excuse to keep that childlike wonder in us alive, you know? Oh, and there were also haunted houses. Haunted houses? Don't worry, they weren't really haunted. How do I explain it? It's a place to get scared. on purpose, if that makes sense. Not at all. I chuckled and Aaron arches an eyebrow. It sounds stupid, I know. A group of people went out a building to decorate, along with hiring actors to dress up for the event. The goal was to reach the end while the actors try to scare you the whole way through. Let me guess, you were the ones to lead your group? Well, no. It was usually Diana that led me and Damien through them. I screamed a lot. Gotta love a good cheap jump scare. Aaron starts laughing. So it turns out you're not that fearless. I really can't imagine you being scared, much less screaming. Yeah, it sucked, but it was still fun. I'm glad I can still remember these things even that far back. It makes me feel warm. But other than that, people used it as an excuse to dress up, drink, and party till sunrise. It's not really my thing, but as long as you're with good friends, you can get through most anything. Aaron looks pensive as he gazes out the window and then smiles. Let's do it, he says enthusiastically. Huh? Let's host a party. I'll fund it myself. He chuckles and looks back at me. I was just thinking how it's been a while since we had one. A Halloween party sounds like it would be fun. Would you want to try and put it together? Like you want me to host it? Well, you are the expert. Oh no, I don't think I have it in me. You need someone with a lot of energy. How about Corinne? That seems up her alley, right? What, are you scared? He teases. Yes, a little bit. And that's perfect. Halloween is all about being scared. Isn't that what you said? As long as you help Corinne set it up, I'll cover the expenses. I'll go on the fee. I guess it wouldn't hurt to try. You said it at the end of the month. That should be enough time to get everything together. Tell me, what kind of monster do you think I should dress up as? He wiggles his eyebrows, knowing it's the easiest way to get me to both blush and snore. Stop. I laugh and then fixate on those fangs of his. I think I have a pretty solid idea. A couple of days go by. When I explained the idea to Corinne, she was eager to jump at the chance to organize it. Somehow we managed to convince not only Kanto but also Silver to help with the planning too. I just hope we can throw a party without incident this time. Unsurprisingly, the party supply stores don't carry Halloween decorations these days, so we had to make them ourselves. It wasn't difficult, but it did require me to do a lot of prep work, and I'm not exactly an artist. As it turns out, Corinne is pretty good at crafts. I shouldn't be surprised if she can build her own prosthetic arm. She can probably make anything. When I'm sitting at a table with Silver and Kanto, Corinne shouts at me as he tries to hang up an orange banner. Hey Cyrus, how does this look? It's a little crooked. Try raising it up a little. Okay. The banner says Happy Halloween in black letters. Hand painted, of course. I tried explaining the various customs of Halloween to everyone, but I worry I didn't do a good job. Meanwhile, Silver is working on the invitations while Kanto is attempting to carve a pumpkin into a jack-o'-lantern. Trying to advertise a party about a holiday nobody knows about has presented some challenges. So what's the point of carving out pumpkins? Why? And what about all this? He points while gesturing at the scooped out pile of seasoned pulp next to him on the table. The roasted seeds are good, plus you can use the pumpkin pulp to make pie. I can't say my parents ever really did anything with leftovers though. Kanto rolls his eyes and continues scooping out the pumpkin. Seems a little wasteful, but hey, it's your party. Hey, sorry. Can you explain what kind of costumes people should be wearing again? I get they're supposed to be monsters, but I've never heard of some of these things. Yeah, hold on. I actually sketched some up a few days ago. And take a sketchbook out of my Axiom that I recently bought. After laying it open on the table, I present by crudely drawing pictures of various monsters. Take a look. Zero pulls it towards him and starts slowly flipping through every page. If I'm being honest, people didn't always dress up as monsters. Sometimes they dress up in cute costumes or just something silly. Those are just some basic ideas. Zero pauses and then gives me a thumbs up. Alright, I think I've got it. Thanks. Now it's Kanto's turn to look over them as he begins turning pages. I still don't think vampires are a real thing. I don't remember saying they were real. The dragon scratches his head. This all seems kind of ridiculous and weird, if you ask me. That's the point. It's a fun excuse to be weird. Like you need an excuse. I think you're due for some fun in your life anyway. Damn, stick in the mud. I tap him on his shoulder and he winces, eyes going wide for a moment. He grumbles and starts rubbing his shoulder. Now, you're getting a little too strong, you know? Oh, you really think so? I flush my arm and Kanto grumbles. Good to know your training is coming along. Silver interrupts our bickering. By the way, do you think Ash could come? I pause for a moment. I don't see why not. I think the party would be his kind of scene. No, he works a lot. I think he uses it as an excuse to socialize with his coworkers. Maybe he would like something like this. Is this exclusively a work party? Nah, I think it would be great if this was a local event. Who knows? Maybe we'll bring back Halloween for real. Easier said than done. And what the hell's a zombie? He points at one of my sketches. Oh boy, this is going to take a while. I hear footsteps from behind me, along with the sound of ice clanking glass. You guys working hard? More or less. Everyone sits and drink down in front of each of us. So is anyone gonna tell Kareem the party's not for a couple of weeks? I did, but she was eager to get a head started. I started counting figures. He's also trying to figure out how many cauldrons, spiderwebs, gravestones, and other stuff she's clamoring in. Don't forget the pumpkins. The pumpkins, yes. Hopefully it turns out well. We had to make a trip to the hardware store to pick up supplies and make at least half of that stuff from scratch. Come to think of it, maybe we should leave the decorations up. Why is that? Advertisement. We'll have more patrons seeing the decorations are all off before the party. Good point. Silver takes a sip of his drink first. Since we're already here, what do you think we should dress up as for the party? I crack my knuckles. Thought you never asked. I first poured the silver. Okay, you make a great slasher. Knives and a mask are a must. A little bit on the nose, but I can work with that. Good. Next. And you, Kanto, I think you make a great Frankenstein. Now, Franken, what? At last, but certainly not least. Hey. I pointed at Aaron. With those teeth, you make a great vampire. Is that the one who drinks people's blood? Good, you were listening. Then I gestured to myself. I think I'll go to the easy route and be a zombie. Kinda already am, to be honest. And what about her? Well, look out to Kareem, who's still trying to get the banner just right. No worry, we already discussed that when we first met up. I think she'd make a great witch. It's a pretty versatile look. They wear clothes and hats and carry around broomsticks. Though I've definitely seen people take them in a unique direction. How so? Sexy witches. What do you mean, sexy witches? Like taking an initial idea and making it sexy, skimpy and short dresses with frills sewing off a lot of skin, you know? Kanto snorts. Yeah, good luck getting her to dress like that. That's true. I can hear Silver's chair back, and I look over to him. Andy, do you mind taking over for a while, Si? I have some errands to take care of. Sorry, I'll be back in a bit to help some more. That's fine. We'll be here for a while. I'm going to start working on the posters too. Kanto stops what he's doing and looks over to Silver. Do you need me to come with you? As Silver makes his way to the door, he stops and looks back. Nah, I should be okay on my own. You sure? Yeah, I'm sure. I'll see you around. He starts walking away again, waving back at us, and then exits the bar. I can't help but notice a slight tension from the exchange and look over to Kanto, who has immediately gone back to scooping. It's pretty much as I feared. Silver has been kind of cold with Kanto lately. Should I say something to Kanto? I feel like I should, but with everyone else around, it might be awkward. Next time for sure, maybe I can cheer him up a bit. I turn back to Aaron, who also has a concerned look. Aaron, did you say you were trying out some Halloween-themed cocktails for the party? Could we try a few since we're already here? I don't see why not. You up for it, Kanto? Kanto snapped out of his focus. Oh, I don't know about right now. Come on, have a drink with me, Kanto, please. We never had a drink together, you know? I give him the biggest smile I can muster, and he rolls his eyes. Alright, relax. Stop making that face at me, it's weird. And just one. You know I'm a lightweight. You got it. We're ready, Aaron. Good. Let me show you one I cooked up last night. Oh? Aaron has a sparkle in his eye, something I've grown to like after spending time with him these past couple of months. He goes back to his station and begins preparing our drinks. Once it's done, he returns with 2 martini glasses for the both of us. He has this dubious look on his face and wrinkles an eyebrow. I call this a black widow. Try out. Can't imagine why you would call it that. Kanto remarks sarcastically as we both examine our drinks. Inside the glass are layers of colors. It's mostly black with the bottom of it a vibrant red. The black layer looks intimidating, perfect for Halloween. Second thought, hey, you promised. I don't remember promising anything, but I guess can't let it go to waste either. Here goes nothing. I hold out my glass to Kanto, and he does the same. Cheers, cheers. I try to take a big chug, and as soon as it goes down my throat, I start coughing up a storm. What the? Don't chug it, idiot. You okay, Silas? Suddenly I can hear Kareem calling out from me across the bar. You good over there, Si? Through my strained voice, I try to reassure her I'm fine. Yeah, I'm good. I keep coughing and Aaron starts patting my back. Wow, that's a little strong. I'm supposed to sip a martini. Kanto starts laughing to himself, which makes me smile. And yeah, I know, I might have gotten a little too brave in college when I used to drink. It tastes like vodka and cranberry. That's right, a vodka cranberry with a little bit of food coloring. Simple, right? I was never a fan of vodka. I scoot the glass back towards Aaron with one finger, and he chuckles. I'll try to whip up something else later then. Hey, that's karma for forcing me to drink with you. It's pretty good, though, I'll admit. Suddenly, Kareem comes scampering towards us. What's it got there, Si? Any drink? Yeah, but I think I'm done with it. I'll take it off your hands. Go for it. It's too strong for me. Say, step aside, guy. I'll handle this one for you. Karen swipes the glass off the table and examines it, then rolls it a bit in her hand. Whoa, this looks wicked, Aaron. You think so? Okay, I'm going in. She suddenly starts chugging the glass, not even taking a moment to breathe. While she's done, she slams it on the counter and bites her mouth with her arm. Delicious. I think I feel rejuvenated. That might just be a buzz. You never hold back, do you? What do you call this? Everyone chuckles. It's nothing special, just a vodka cranberry, but I'm calling it a Black Widow. So you're making specialty drinks? I can help you make the menu. Oh, that's a great idea. I need a dedicated taste tester anyway. She fist bumps Aaron while wearing a big grin. I'm glad to see she seems even more enthusiastic about this party than I am. It's a nice contrast to Silver and Consul, who both seem a little reluctant, but I appreciate that they're hearing the idea anyway. With that, I pick up where Silver left off with the invitations. Despite the crappy weather outside, the party went off without hits. The thunderstorm only adds to the atmosphere. Asked an early partygoer if they could take a photo of our group with a camera Crystal gave them. Silver and Consul were reluctant, but with enough convincing, we managed to drag them into it. An hour passes and the place is really starting to fill up. Still not having a lot of confidence in my ability to host, I left the reins to Karine and Aaron. They've thrown more parties here than I can count. It's still a little too loud for my liking, but I'm glad everyone's having fun. I don't have the courage of mingling, so I stick to occasionally greeting people who arrive and passing out bags of candy. Meanwhile, Consul's off chatting with some locals. I haven't seen Silver yet. Everyone's busy making drinks for everyone, and Karine's on the stage doing karaoke. I'm glad to see that it's still around. Sadly, no classic Halloween songs survive from my time period. Karine is going crazy on some heavy metal rock songs instead. I didn't know her voice could go that deep. Every now and then, new partygoers come rushing through the front doors yelling Happy Halloween or something close to that. It's really bringing back the nostalgic feeling for me. As expected, most people didn't really have a good sense of how to dress up, at least outside of our group. Several people are just wearing capes or clothes with no real distinguishable theme. It's a start. What's important is that everyone is having fun with it. That's what I'm telling myself. That's what I tell myself anyway. Hey, little man, that outfit looks sick. I jump and look to where the loud, gruff voice is coming from. Standing there is a large male bear, who's now focused on me. Next to him is another smaller female bear. They're both dressed up in what I'm assuming is self-uniforms along with the hats. Huh? Oh, thank you. I don't think I've seen you around here before. What's her name? You can call me Sai. Nice meeting you, Sai. I'm Bill. This is my little sister, Kathy. Kathy crossed her arms and pouts. I actually had other plans tonight, but this guy here insisted I come with him to this thing. They're both dressed up in what I assuming is self-uniforms along with the hats. Huh? Oh, thank you. I don't think I've seen you around here before. What's your name? You can call me Sai. Nice meeting you, Sai. I'm Bill, and this is my little sister, Kathy. Kathy crossed her arms and pouts. I actually had other plans tonight, but this guy here insisted I come with him to this thing. Don't pretend you didn't want to dress up with me, just like when we were kids. Yeah, but something cool, like Sai here. She gestured her hand at me while wearing an annoyed expression, and Bill chuckles. I think it's cute. A couple of selves. Seth and Sue Seth. Oh, please. When's the last time you cut anything by yourself? Don't pay any attention to her. It's looking like a real party tonight. Kathy takes a deep breath and looks over to me. Anyway, what are you supposed to be? Oh, it's supposed to be a zombie. What in the world is a zombie? It's a living undead. They're all corpsey and walk around eating people. That's gross. Cool, but gross. She puts her hands on her hips and turns to Belle. Yeah, see that, Belle? We're doing that next time. None of this courtesy, none of this cutesy stuff. If it'll get you to relax, I'll do anything, damn girl. I chuckled nervously. Yeah, well, hopefully we'll host another party next year. Oh, please do. I know I'm being bitchy, but this place looks amazing. This is just my vibe, whatever this is. I'm glad you like it. It took a while for me and Corinne to put it together. Of course, Corinne is the one that helped set it up. She's such a party animal. Oh, you know Corinne? Who doesn't? She's only the loudest drinker at Starlight Road. But you gotta hand it to her. She knows how to party. Ain't that the truth? Look at her go. Oh, before you go, have some party favors. I turn around to grab 2 bags of candy and hand them to the pair. Thanks again, Mr. Zombie. She winks at me and starts walking away. Meanwhile, Bill is waving goodbye. Anyway, see you around. Sorry, we're gonna meet up with a few friends. Sure, have fun, you guys. And with that, the siblings are gone. I suddenly have a familiar chuckle and I turn to see my favorite fox standing near me. Yo, hey, you look like you're having fun. Are you doing okay? Yeah, doing my best anyway. I look over at the roaring crowd. Didn't expect to get this much attention for a Halloween party. Well, it's funny you say that. We were sending out invites. People sent some pretty interesting replies. Zephyr takes out his axe screen. A good chunk of them said they heard of this holiday through bits and pieces from their families. One said their grandma used to tell them stories from before the fall, from her great-great-grandma. Another one questioned whether this had something to do with boxes of strange costumes hidden away in their family's basement. Huh? I don't know why I hadn't thought of it. I mean, 300 years is a long time. In the grand scheme of history, well, oh, you've got that look on your face. What are you thinking about? I'm just surprised, is all. It's good to know that some old traditions survived the fall. Maybe it was pessimistic of me to think that there was nothing left. Now I'm curious what else survived. Sounds like a good first date for you and Axel. Ha ha. What about you though? I know parties aren't really your thing. You're right, they're not. Silver turns his gaze towards the crowd at Ash. He's dressed like a ghost, a pretty simple outfit. He's covered in white cloth that Corinne sticks together to make it work like a makeshift hoodie, along with a face mask. Ash looks like he's doing his best to socialize with a friend he brought along with him, who's really excited to meet everyone. You okay with that? I'm still anxious about him living on his own, even now, but what can you do? I can't baby him forever. Gotta let him live his life. And what about you? What about me? How about you and Kanto doing? Silver raises up. Wow. We're doing fine. Why? Okay. What? It's nothing. I just thought that Kanto seems down lately is all. I figured you might know why. I'll talk to him later. I think you should. With how tight-lipped Silver is acting, I might have steered the conversation into awkward territory. I am genuinely curious about what's going on with them. I look over to Ash in the crowd. Well, anyway, I'm glad you invited your brother. He looks like he's having fun at least. Good. I call that mission accomplished. I take a long look at Silver's costume. Gotta say, you and Corinne did a pretty good job putting your costume together. I figured you didn't scare much what you wore to this thing. Silver shrugs and smirks. Why not? It's to celebrate the revival of Halloween, right? Do you like the blood? I'm surprised you haven't gotten any looks. Oh, I have. Had to shake him off and convince him it's not real. Figures. I laugh and lean back in my chair. Thanks for going along with all this. It means a lot, even if you're not super into it. It's no sweat. I figured if you're around, it wouldn't be so bad. Silver chuckles to himself as we watch the crowd for a little while. This is definitely more my speed. Then all of a sudden the lights go out and the music comes to an abrupt stop. Unsurprisingly, the crowd is either screaming or groaning as they're now engulfed in the pitch black. No, my party! Karen cries out from the darkness. A few of the attendees, myself included, turn on our axioms for a bit of light. The hell? I get up from my stool. What's going on? Not sure. I guess the power went out. Hey, what's the big idea? Someone in the crowd shouts. Everyone takes out his stern voice of response. Remain calm, everyone. With a storm like this, it's not a surprise that the power went out. Stay where you are and don't panic. We have someone check on the generator. I can't clearly see him from here, but it looks like he's typing on his accent. Silver's wrist beeps. It's like Axel's put me up to the task. I'm going to the basement to check it out. I'll come with you. Sure, let's go. We head towards the entrance to the lower floor. But before we can reach it, Ash calls out to us while making his way through the crowd. Silver, where are you going? Hey, we're just going to check the generator downstairs. Stay here for a bit, okay? After a moment, he stops in front of us. Are you kidding? Let me go with you guys. If someone's causing problems, you're gonna need backup. We're fine besides. I've already got Cyrus here to watch my back. I don't really think he needs me to. If I'm being honest, I don't think you need to worry about him. No offense, but I know more than anyone that Silver is prone to get into dangerous situations. Silver swears. You do what you want to do, right? At least let me go with you for my peace of mind. Ask. Silver. I look back and forth between the two. I'm coming with you. He leans in closer to whisper. Besides, I'm always armed anyway, remember? Ask gives Silver a stern look, and with a grumble he gives in. Alright, fine. Ash smiles with his chest puffed out. Considering how protective Silver is, I never expected Ash to be the one to make Silver give in to his demands. I give a nervous laugh and Silver opens the door. It's pitch black. Peeking over Silver, Ash and I look at each other more than a little concerned. You got a flashlight, right? Of course I do. Don't tell me you're scared. I hover at Silver, who takes out a flashlight from his accent. What makes you say that? You ticker. Oh, hey, cut it out. It's not helping. Ash chuckles and I pout. Judging from your heart rate going down, I say it is. I can hear it too. Sorry, Cyrus. Though it sounds a little funny, not sure how to describe it. Oh, that's. It cleared my throat. I had heart surgery a long time ago. What you're hearing is probably a pacemaker. Ash raises an eyebrow. Oh, I had no clue. Do you think it's a good idea to come with us if that's the case? It's fine. I'll be fine. Away from away his concern, I'm surprised I managed to make up that excuse on the fly. Luckily, Silver saves me by chiming in. As he should, since he's the one that drew attention to it. Okay, it's time we take the plunge. Are you guys ready? Just stay behind me and watch your step. Fox clicks on the flashlight and heads down the stairs. We go up and follow him. It's been a while since I've been down here. I don't come down here often myself, but I know where the generator is. I didn't even know this place had a lower floor. Yep, there are a bunch of rooms down here too. What are they all for? You're too young. Ask me in a few years, maybe. What does that mean? Silver smirks. Nothing. Don't worry about it. When are you gonna drop the whole Big Brother thing? I just turned 20 not that long ago. Doesn't matter how old you are. You're always gonna be my little brother. Even though I'm I tower over you. You're taller by an inch at that. Don't get cocky. But yes, even if you tower over me, why does it? Spike's always do a good job of that, but you look almost like Silver's a little taller. But anyway, half size and we move on. As we continue to descend, Silver stops in his tracks, and we do the same. What's wrong? You hear that? Hear what? Silver points his flashlight down at the foot of the stairs. Stay close to me. Ash and I both nod. Okay. The farther down we get, the more I think I do hear something. It sounds like wailing or howling even. I drop my voice to a whisper. What the hell is that? Shh, I don't know. You good, Ash? Yeah, sure. This is nothing. We're almost to the bottom at this point. It sounds like a few people are screaming in the distance, but that could just be from the party upstairs. It's hard to tell. But then we hear faint footsteps, and they are definitely not from upstairs. Silver doesn't hesitate to pull a knife out with his free paw. Yes, I know I said you could come along, but I'm serious this time. Just stay here and let me deal with this. I'm gonna check it out. By yourself? Are you sure? Yes, you two. Just watch each other's backs. I give a weak nod and Ash steps closer to my side. Just promise you'll be careful, okay? Silver holds up the paw, wielding his knife, and sticks out his curled pinky. Pinky promise? Ash looks surprised by that and shakes his head. I might just give us a sentinel or something to let us know it's okay. Nervous, we stay at the bottom of the stairs as he ventures off down the hall. He turns the corner and walks further in, leaving us alone. I know better than to call out to him. If there's someone in there, he'd lose the element of surprise. But goddamn am I scared. At least Ash is here with me. I can hear a faint tapping noise, glancing to my side, and realize it's Ash tapping his foot. He must be nervous. Hey, Silver's gonna be fine. You know how your brother is. Huh? Oh yeah, I know. Ash chuckles. I'm not worried about Silver. Then what's up? I'm not a big fan of the dark. Besides, whatever's waiting in the dark should be the one afraid of Silver. I smirk. Yeah, no kidding. After a minute of the faint creaking of doors opening and closing, the sounds stop altogether. Both our attention is now focused on the hallway. What the? I can hear what I think is Silver sighing, and then he calls out to us. The coast is clear, you guys are good. Because Silver says so, I'm still uncomfortable walking through the darkness. Biting my lip, Ash and I tiptoe to the end of the hall, following the dim light of Silver's flashlight. As we turn the corner, we can see Silver standing in front of another door. He's looking around with his flashlight, pointing it farther down the hall. Looks like someone was definitely down here. There's a staircase that leads outside. Whoever ran off left the exit open. I can hear the intense howling of the storm. Well, that's one mystery solved, I guess. We were robbed? The fox motions me to come look in the room he's standing in front of. God damn, my heart rate can't take this. He shines his flashlight on what I assume to be a generator. It's absolutely covered in graffiti. And similar words are sprayed on the wall. There's a wince launched into the Jenny. I don't think we can fix this ourselves. Ash sighs and puts his hands on his hips. Well, is this nice? At least we're in immediate danger at least we're in immediate danger anymore, I think. He says that, but I feel uneasy standing here in total darkness. Silver turns his head to face me. Starts bewildering me. Is this what the trick in trick-or-treating is meant to be? This isn't really what I had in mind, no. So much for harmless pranks. Across my mind, across my arm and size. Well, I guess we better head back upstairs to check in with Aaron. Right, but first things first, let's lock the back exit. It says, enjoy your party, losers. Not so fun now, is it? You'll get what's coming to you. We all nod in agreement and head towards the stairs at the end of the hall, with Silver heading once again. When we reach the top, the double doors are wide open, swaying and rattling from the storm's violent gusts. Give me a second. I'm going to check out the alley just in case our perpetrator decided to linger. As Silver makes his way outside, he starts aiming his flashlight around in different directions, but doesn't say anything. He starts walking down the alley out of our sight, and we're left in silence. And after what feels like an excruciatingly long minute, the silence lingers. Ash starts to fidget in agitation. Silver, hey, say something already. You're freaking us out. Ash takes a small step, and then another, and then starts walking quickly towards the stairs. Towards the doors. Ash takes a small step, and then another, and then starts walking quickly towards the doors. I reach out to Ash to try and stop him. But hey, we should wait for the sentinel. Silver? Ash is now standing out in the alleyway, his eyes darting back and forth in every direction. I rush to his side and go on the alert. All that can be heard is the howling winds and lashing rain, and Silver is nowhere to be seen. We start loudly whispering for him, but still no response. What if he's hurt, Cyrus? I'm sure he's fine. Silver wouldn't ever let himself get hurt, right? Suddenly, we hear what sounds like someone stepping in the puddle, and we both whip our heads around in the direction it came from. Silver, yes, I think we should go back inside. But before he can respond, we hear more continuous splashing, but I realize someone's running towards us. Ash yells out a fright, and I instinctively activate my time manipulation. Whatever's running towards us is fast, too fast. Fast enough that I can't even make a split-second decision before a black silhouette can be seen lunging towards Ash. Instantly, I reach out to shove him out of harm's way until I realize who it is lunging at him. Silver. Boo. I return time back to normal, and Ash falls backwards to his butt. Silver is standing over him, hunts over with his claws extended towards him. Silver, what the hell are you doing? You scared the crap out of me. Real funny, Silver. Gotcha. He retracts his claws and reaches his hands out to Ash, who's now glaring at him. I had to get in one spook for Halloween, right? Consider this my trick for the night. The coast's all clear, by the way. That's not funny. I seriously thought you heard something worse. Come on, like I ever let that happen, you know me. You did not say to stay put anyway. Ash grabs onto his hand, and Silver lifts him up onto his feet. And now my costume's all wet. Damn it, Silver. He says while patting down his backside. Sorry about that. I didn't expect you to get that scared. Well, who the heck wouldn't get scared? It's all dark and there's a freaking storm of you suddenly MIA. His voice cracks in the middle of his berating. Happy Halloween. Ash finally cracks a smile and sighs. You're an idiot. To be fair, you had me going there for a second too. Good job. Let's not do that again. Your timing needs work. Right. Silver puts the flashlight out of his pocket and turns it on. Anyway, I didn't find anyone out here. Looks like they really did take off. Let's head back inside before we get even more soaked. No kidding. I think I'm ready to call it a night. That's enough Halloween for me, thanks. I don't think we have much of a choice anyway, with the power out and all. We make our way towards the doors with me trailing behind the other two. Ash grabs the handle of one of the doors and closes it, leaving the other door open so I can finish the job. But before I make my way inside, I stop. Something catches my eye. I take a step backwards, staring at the back of the closed door, and can make out something faint. Huh? What is it? You see something, Silas? Yeah, I think so. Come check this out. Silver and Ash walk over to my side, trying to figure out what I'm seeing. Along the back of the door and extending onto the wall next to it is what looks to be more graffiti in red paint, but I can't make out what it says. As far as to decipher it himself, yours, huh? Does that say sing? Your sing? That doesn't make sense. Silver points his flashlight so we can read it more clearly. Your sins? No idea what that means. Maybe there's more to it. Is there something more on the other door? Let's see. Silver aims the light to the left, and sure enough, he's right. There's more barely legible text behind the open door. That's fun. Here, I'll close it and we'll see what it says. While I oppose the door, Silver's flashlight flickers and then goes out, plunging us into the room. And, hey, what happened? Oh crap, guess I haven't charged it in a while. Sorry. He starts shaking it and gives it a smack, but it doesn't turn back on. That's convenient. No way we can read it now. Yeah, let's give it a shot anyway, Cyrus. Alright. I continue what I was doing and make sure both doors are closed before I stand back next to Silver. And I still can't make out what it says, especially with my eyes still trying to adjust to darkness. I've got nothing. What about you guys? Like I said, it's too dark. I can't read it either, Silver. Silver takes a step closer, down standing ahead of us, and rubs his chin. I think I can make it out, maybe. Well, Ash and I stand there with bated breath, waiting for Silver to answer. But before he can, lightning arcs through the storm clouds like an outstretched hand. A peal of thunder loud enough to make Ash and I jump 69 air. At that moment, I see it. I can read the graffiti clear as day. The echo of thunder dies down. We're left there staring at the graffiti. Never forget your sins. That's kind of ominous. Ash grumbles and we look at each other, as if the generator wasn't enough. Now they've gone and vandalized the building too. I can help clean it up later if you want. Yeah, Ash isn't gonna be too happy about this. Ash doesn't seem too fazed by the graffiti, as cryptic as it is. Well, time to go deliver the bad news. I bet he's getting restless just waiting for us and trying to calm down the crowd. Ash gives a nervous smile. Why, you ready, Silver? I realized Silver had remained silent. He still stared at the graffiti. Silver, silence. Hey, what's up? Step closer to him to see what he's so focused on. But when I do, he doesn't seem to notice me. He's just mouthing something slowly. For what I can tell, he almost looks like he's in a trance. I put my hand on his shoulder to get his attention. Silver jumps, his body stiff with fright, his face an expression of terror I've never seen before from him. Oh geez, sorry. What's got you spooked all of a sudden? Well, it's nothing. He loosens up his tense shoulders a bit and looks away from me. I'm fine, it's nothing. He then looks over to Ash, who is staring at him, eyebrows raised. Breaking eye contact with him, he then opens the door back up. Let's get going. We're wasting time. There are backup lights fixtures stored down here. We should probably take upstairs. They're independent from the generator and might still have some charged left in them. He rushes into the building, leaving us behind, and I quickly lose sight of him. Ash sidles up next to me. What was that about? I don't know. He gets in these moods every now and then. They're brief, but I guess you could say he can be a little hard to read sometimes. He's always been like that. Do you know why? Half my hunch is he's been that way since we lived in the orphanage. The one in Resum, right? He told you about that? Just a little bit, as he told me what. All he told me was that it wasn't a great place to be. Yeah, he says with a blunt tone, followed by a moody silence. Why don't we get ourselves out of the way and go check up on him? Ash gives a slow nod, still struggling to calm his nerves, and we close the door behind us and descend the stairs. As expected, Aaron decided to cut the party short, since there's no telling when the power will be restored. Can't really party in the dark, though. I'm sure some people would say otherwise, not to mention the lack of music, too. Instead, we get to cleaning. Might as well get a head start on it. Ash and I nuts Silver again about what had happened, but he brushed us off, claiming he just got a little spooked and that it wasn't a big deal. He was himself again, as if nothing had happened. We didn't do much about it, and Ash definitely wasn't happy with that answer, but he didn't push for more. I wonder if this is normal for him. Sorry your party didn't go as planned, Si. I wouldn't be so sure. I think it went pretty well while it lasted. People seemed interested overall, and that was the goal all along. Agreed. We'll have to do it again next year. I like that a lot. It gives me time to figure out a new costume for next year. You got that right, boys. Next year is gonna be even more insane. Yeah, and what does that mean? I was thinking of upping the ante. Remember the haunted house stuff Si mentioned? Let's do that next time. Scare the absolute shit out of all the party goers. Can't really say that's a good idea with half the party drunk out of their minds. Sadly, I agree. I don't want to see any fists flying. Oh, come on. It's not that serious. You'd be surprised what a person would do when they're scared. Don't worry, Kevin. I'm sure we can do something else. Besides, I placed my hand on her shoulders, and she locked those big blue eyes on me. You made this entire party possible. We couldn't have done any of this without you. Oh, you're just saying that. She says bashfully as she rolls her eyes. I'm serious. It was just like from before the fall, except maybe the heavy metal music, but that's fine. Thank you, Si. I won't let you down. Hey guys. The silver fox across the room comes our way, dragging a large bag of trash behind it. Hey Axel, where should I put this? Leave it right next to the bar counter. I'll take care of it later. Thank you, Ash. It's no problem. Sorry about the broken generator. That definitely wasn't on the itinerary tonight. But there's nothing I can do about it now. Thanks for helping clean up, kid. Hey, Axel. Yes? Don't call me kid. Huh? Ash flashed a smile at Aaron, one of those smiles clearly meant as a warning, and the tiger laughs nervously. Don't let him get to you, asshole. You still see the way I scared him good earlier. He's not so tough. Ash grumbles and shoots a glare at Silver. Alright, let's cool it down. Anyway, thanks for sticking around, Ash. You really didn't have to clean up. It's fine. The party was fun while it lasted. I've never been to the bar party before, much less a party hosted by Rose. Thank you. I am to please. Oh yeah, did you guys want to see the photo I took earlier of the group? It came out great. Let's see it. Hey, don't forget, you can't share these photos with anyone. I know, but can't we at least print a few copies for ourselves? That's probably my department. Just leave it to me, Ash. Thanks, Wayne. I'll gather around Ash as he turns on the camera, the viewfinder lighting up within a couple of seconds. You know, I actually do make a pretty good looking zombie. Maybe I'll want this look again next year. Yeah, I look like a freak. So it's just another normal day for you then. Silas, getting as circles to himself and looks over to me. Well, I guess that's that. Happy Halloween, everybody. So it's the Halloween special, the side story. So it took place right before Silas and Silver left to go on their mission. So I like these side stories. You get to see more of what Silas has been doing with the others, because obviously, you got a lot of things that have happened that we haven't been able to see. A lot of time skips. So you don't really get to interact with them every single day. Because that'll make the story too long. But I do like these side stories because you get to have an idea of what Cyrus has been up to outside of just other than the main story. You get to see what he's been doing on other days, when he's not busy, Anyway, so I like that Cyrus was able to revive Halloween. And while the power did go off, I think the party was successful. It's like dressing up in different costumes and stuff like that. Alright, so next time we're going to play the other side stories. There's a new one here. They must have, they must have put some new stuff earlier in the story while the updates came by, Like when there's a new update, they'll add some new CG in for the parts in the earlier part of the stories, So if you read the story when it first came out, you didn't see these CGs here, but later into the story, they decided to put these CGs for the parts of the story early on. Lots of new stuff on here for all to be locked like that, because I played the whole story. Must have put a whole lot of new CGs here. I think next time I might have to go through the story so I can unlock them. Maybe like next time after we do the two other side stories, at the end of them, I'll show you the new pictures here. Got to play to the story and unlock these first. This is a new one I haven't seen before. And they've done some new stuff to the earlier parts of the story. stories we can do it next time. And look at the pictures here. This will cover Cyrus when he was his boyfriend right before the fall, and this will be as soon as it's gonna be how Kanto and name away. I think Wing. How Silver and Kanto met. And here are some short stories that will come out later. They're not available right now, but these will come out later. Here's a Halloween one we just did. Alright, so thank you all very much for watching. Bye.